Hi, I'm Matt Reynolds, editor of Packaging World magazine, back with another edition of Take 5. Today I'm here in St. Louis at the Anheuser-Busch facility, where I sat down with Ken VonderHaar of Budweiser and Anheuser-Busch and asked him about some of his big packaging challenges these days. Here's what he had to say.
Anheuser-Busch does both a high volume of glass and a high volume of cans. Both are recyclable. How do you think about your balance of cans and glass in terms of sustainability?
Well, right now, the mix shifted a lot during the COVID, where we had about 40% glass and 60% cans, and some percent was kegs. And of course, during the COVID, all the bars shut down and the venues shut down, so everybody was taking their 30 packs of cans home. So that shifted a little bit more to higher than 60% cans, but predominantly cans are the higher volume. Cans are continuing to trend up in volume traditionally. COVID accelerated that. And so cans is going to be, it looks like, the biggest growth package for us moving forward.
Anheuser-Busch has both can making and bottle making capabilities in what you call your vertical operations, but not your own lone supplier of these containers. Most, in fact, come from traditional can and bottle suppliers out there. Why is that, and what's your relationship like with can and bottle suppliers when it's something that you could do as well?
Well, we want to have a robust vertical operation, primarily to control cost and quality for our other suppliers. So when our metal container division was established in the early 1970s, it was primarily to control the quality of the product. We were not getting good quality from our other suppliers, and we wanted to do it ourselves. But it also gave us insight into the cost to make the product, and then therefore what kind of margins should be on that product. And really what our vertical operations does is it not only gives us surety of supply for some of the commodities that are in tight supply, like a can or a bottle right now, but more importantly, it gives us the ability of managing our contract costs when we buy from other folks. So the whole business model with vertical operations is not to grow that as fast as the beer company grows. It's to grow that with enough critical mass such that the other suppliers would say, hey, I need to be cost competitive on this, otherwise Anheuser-Busch will build their own.
In terms of the circular economy and recycling, you've talked about a circumstance where the contents of a can are consumed. The can is recycled by the consumer, and then that same material is back on your lines within 2 weeks. That doesn't happen here, correct?
No, that's correct. So once the consumer recycles the can, it'll go back to the smelter. And the turnaround time with these operators is very short, or can be very short, to the point where they can turn that into a coil in just a matter of days, and to get that coil back to us. And if we make a can in our can plant down in Arnold, 30 miles south here of St. Louis, we will typically fill it within a day of it being made, and then it'll be on the market within a couple of days after that. So it can be a very quick turnaround time. Obviously, it depends on the aluminum supplier and when he wants to try to put recycled product into his work stream there. But it can be a very quick turnaround, and it's infinitely reusable.
What's the next big thing coming from Budweiser on the packaging front?
I wish I knew. We have the aluminum bottle, which was a nice, innovative package. It sells a lot. It's not a high volume seller. We have a lot of new innovation, and primarily around the package and the flexibility around the different types of packages. So you will see us introducing here in the next, say, year or so, a completely new package for a machine that was developed in-house by AB that will be introduced into the market for some secondary packaging for bottles.
As you can see, there's been a lot going on in the beer industry when it comes to packaging. That's all the time we have for this Take 5.